What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Avengers Daily. In today's episode, I kind of just wanted to do a breakdown on the new KLAU Company enemy faction in Marvel's Avengers. So I was on Instagram and I saw this post here, and we're pretty much saying, meet the KLAU Company, a new enemy faction that will introduce unique battle mechanics for the Avengers to face. And yeah, a lot of people are happy. Let's go, new enemies. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting for this too. We talked about this before on the channel a lot, waiting for new factions of enemies who aren't robots. And look at this. They're actually human, which makes a lot of sense on this. So it said you can go to the link, and we're here. So we're just going to go ahead and go through some of this for you guys so we can be prepared for when we can face these guys as Black Panther in the Avengers. So, okay, we have like the little intro there. I want to get player to look at some of the new enemies we created. Okay, when we began designing the faction of enemies, we knew that we wanted to work on the two new status effects that we're introducing with Wakanda, Sonic and Vibranium. Okay, so we're gonna have two status effects. So the big one I'm so used to is the burning and the ice. So okay, now we'll be having Sonic and Vibranium, which is cool. In an effort to make the new Sonic Vibranium gear more unique and meaningful, we decided to incorporate weaknesses to these new status effects across the roster. As you encounter the KLAU Company mercs, you'll find that some of them are corrupted vibranium themed and others are Sonic themed. In this post, I'll give you an example of one of each, starting with the Bruiser. Okay, so this is a Bruiser. I'm guessing this is the big dude who has a lot of damage. All right, so the Bruiser is a large axe-wielding brute that hits hard with relentless attacks. Like all corruptive vibranium mercs, he can become overcharged with unstable corruptive vibranium energy if he lands a certain number of successful hits. Now that's cool there. That's cool there. So if he can hit you, he can start getting that kinetic energy as well, kind of like the movies with Black Panther. So okay, gotta watch out with that. When an enemy is overcharged, they take reduced damage and hit reactions are downgraded, but not ignored like with overshields. Okay, so they're not ignored, but they're just downgraded. Okay. The overcharged state also unlocks special attacks for the enemies that they otherwise can't perform. Once an enemy is overcharged, they'll stay that way until they're defeated. Unless you have Sonic gear. Okay, so that's different. Once the enemy is overcharged, they'll stay that way until they're defeated. So unlike shields, they're having a shield and you can knock the shields off and then start going ham. These are going to stay overcharged. So that's interesting. Unless you use the Sonic gear. And it says Sonic's attacks will bypass the damage dampening properties of overcharge, and triggering that Sonic status effect will dispel the overcharged state. Okay. So we definitely know Sonic attacks can go through them. I'm intrigued to see what this guy's going to be against a scout, human scout. Okay, a strategist. Okay, so next up is a strategist, a support enemy who commands small disc-like drones around the battlefield to buff other KLAU Company mercs and debuff heroes. Okay, these drones will orbit around their targets and can be shot down with ranged attacks. Okay, so for people who have really good range, it's gonna be great. Especially for me as Iron Man, I'm gonna be going ham on those drones online. The strategist prefers to stick to the sidelines, but they do have some attacks at their disposal. However, they need their drones to perform them. So if all drones are currently deployed or destroyed, their only defense will be the Sonic Aura. Okay, now let's see what the Sonic Aura is about. Okay, so the Sonic Aura is an ability that our Sonic-themed mercenaries can use when they feel threatened. While active, it behaves like a shield. Oh, that will deflect projectiles and block melee attacks, and then fire out a reactive sonic wave attack in response. It can only stay active for a short period of time and then has a long cooldown period. However, if you have vibranium gear, you can use attacks with vibranium status on them to bypass the aura and even dispel it if you trigger that vibranium status effect on them. And then they're also saying that there are more new enemy types coming in the expansion, but I'll stop there to say a surprise for the launch. Okay, I hope you enjoy the sneak peek of some of the new threats that await you in the Wakanda expansion. Okay, cool. So we learned a little bit about some of these new factions. So we got this guy here. We got the corrupted vibranium vibranium, giving them this overcharge so that, you know, they have even more damage and take less hit damage. And then we learned a little bit about the strategists and their little drones right there. As you can see, one right there, another one right there, using those to buff their teammates all throughout the battlefield. So that's going to be cool, pretty cool too. I like how on those you can, you know, knock them out with the, you know, with the range. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. This part is different, you know, being able to pretty much repel projectiles. I know when I play, I'm going to for sure have to pick Iron Man. Shoot some missiles at it just so I can see the missiles come out. And I'm intrigued. If it repels projectiles, can those projectiles still hurt other enemies? Like if I shoot it with a rocket and it bounce off, can it hit like one of their teammates and knock them down? If I shoot it with my beams, with Iron Man, will the beams like bounce off and hit another enemy, and will it hurt them? Because that'd be kind of cool too. That would be pretty cool too. But it looks like, yeah, to go through that, you will have to have vibranium gear, and you can go close up and knock them out. So I know Black Panther's going to be in beast mode against these strategists for sure. But yeah, guys, that's the new, a little sneak peek, a little breakdown of the new KLAU Company or enemy faction in Marvel Avengers. I'm so glad we're finally getting some new freaking enemies in this game, and they're not freaking robots, even though like the drones are. But other than that, other than the drones, I'm glad we're actually getting some humans. I can't wait to see the other new humans or mercenaries that we'll be getting in the game soon. But yeah, guys, definitely let me hear you guys' thoughts on these enemy types. Are you happy that we're getting non-machine enemies? And guys, what do you guys think will be some of the other human enemy types that we'll be getting in the game? Definitely can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.